Let's do it.
Fist me.
Oh, that was
yes.
a really gentle launch, friend.
It's nice. You know what? It didn't break traction. Okay, they claim 8.77 seconds.
Oh!
Seconds. Design, it's pretty okay? It's pretty It's just black on black on black.
Police, this car's too fast.
I've got good news and bad news for you, Joe.
Oh, give it to me straight.
Shh. The good news, you are looking at a facelifted, finally, Hyundai i30N line. It isn't the N, they finally updated the rest of the range. You want the bad news?
What's the bad news?
This is the rest of the range.
Oh, bloody hell.
If you want anything other than an i30N, you're gonna be getting an i30N line. And also, it's gone up a lot in price. You are looking at this one here, starting at $41,000 before on-road costs.
Holy crap.
But that is, to be fair, for the top of the range N-line premium. You can get into the N-line for a little bit less, $36,000. And if you want to learn more about the entire range, full review out on our website, CarSauce.com. So, yeah, guys, this is going to be an interesting one because I generally really like the i30. I really do. I think it comes with great value, or at least it did come with great value. And now it's got a new face, a little bit of a new interior, a completely new drivetrain. But in some ways, not only does it feel worse, it's more expensive.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll tell you all about that in today's review. So we're going to check out the exterior, move on to the interior, and talk about practicality, of course. We're going to launch it because this thing has an all-new drivetrain. Tell you all about that too. Then we're going to give it lots of sauce. We're going to give it lots of goddamn sauce, Jacob.
As we always do.
As we always do. And then we will give you our final thoughts. Should you buy one of these? And if not, what competitor should you buy?
Because there's a few.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right, Jacob.
That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen you do.
Let's talk about the exterior, because if you think this looks like an i30N, you would be right. You see, we have been getting our i30Ns out of the European factory, the Europe factory. And so now we actually get the facelift finally, because this is now sourced out of Czech. Why, you might be asking? Well, we used to get our i30s out of Korea, and then we took Korea, we went, footied it out of here.
I think Korea footied us out of there.
Yeah, that's true. They've just stopped production there. So now we have to source our i30s from Czech, and that adds a 5% import tariff, and it also increases shipping costs. So yeah, this thing has gone up, and I actually genuinely believe, knowing the guys at Hyundai and gals, they wouldn't have liked this very much. That's why we only get the N-line, because it made no financial sense to bring in like a cheaper model, because they would have been so much more expensive than competitors anyway. But some people still want a hatch, so that's why they've brought it in. And that's why it has a new face as well, because essentially it brings it up to date, finally.
It actually looks really good.
It does look really good. Also, we will be reviewing the i30N hatch very, very soon, so make sure you subscribe down below. It's gonna be very exciting. So what do you get? You get these cool daytime running lights here. They're also your turning signals, bright LEDs as well. You have a big, big grille. Still looks like a catfish, but I think it looks better than before. Flat Hyundai badge there, N-line badging as well.
You know what? It's a big grille, but it is mostly plugged up, hey?
It is mostly plugged up, and that's because we now have a mild hybrid powertrain. Doesn't require much cooling. It's also a little smaller. You've got some active aero here to help streamline air across the side. And you have, well, Jacob, I think you can tell the people about it. This car's quite low to the ground, isn't it?
Don't make me go into it.
Look, you are going to be scraping the front bumper of this thing on everything, as we have found out during this week. It's low. It's low to the ground, but I think it gives it a cool look. And I do like this blue paint as well.
Very nice.
I should mention the Hyundai badge here. That is actually your radar for adaptive cruise control. You have a sensor suite up the top as well. Jacob, let's check out the side.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, guys, let's talk about the side. So you get these pretty nifty looking alloy wheels. These are 18-inch. They're also machine alloyed. They've got the N badge in them because, of course, this is the N line, but not a full fat N, though they are wrapped in some awesome tires. Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tires, better than the Pirelli P0s that you get on a i30N. So,
I know, right? Like, honestly, some of the best tires you can get.
yeah, I'm
Shocked.
kind of surprised, but I love that. You've also got an N-line badge here. You'll see your mirror cap with 360 camera, a huge miss at $41,000. Keyless entry and go. You've also got tinted privacy glass. In fact, this is about as loaded as you can get from the factory in Czech. So the factory doesn't come with 360 cameras. Let's talk about the bum.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, let's talk about the bum, because just like the i30N, well, it kind of looks like it. So got this little spoiler thing here to create vortices.
Pure efficiency.
Pure efficiency. You've got these LED lights here, but halogen,
Bloody
mother. Who do you think you are, Hyundai? Okay, not cool, not today. not tomorrow, and not yesterday.
Not cool, bro.
Hyundai badging is all flat now. You got the i30 badge there as well. Down the bottom, you have a rear diffuser and dual rear exhaust. That actually sounds surprisingly good. Take a listen to it both stationary and on the road. Alrighty, Daddy Jacob, let's talk about what it can fit inside of its bum.
Non-powered tailgate.
Ah!
Bro, you haven't been going to the gym, have you?
It's not too bad, okay? Boot space is slightly down from 395 litres to 381 litres of boot space, and that's because under this quite nice cargo mat you now get, you have a, well, giant battery.
48-volt mild hybrid, my
A
dude.
little 48-volt mild hybrid lithium-ion battery. I actually don't know the size. I can't find it anywhere, but I can tell you it ain't giant. It's actually quite small. Actually, let's quickly talk about this because it comes with a mild hybrid. It's got a little battery here that's separate to its 12-volt battery. All this really does is give it longer stop-start time. So when you come to a stop, the stop-start system activates, the engine turns off, and then it powers your accessories like air conditioner, electronics, things like that. And theoretically, that saves you a bunch of fuel. Realistically, it saves you a little bit of fuel. As you'll see, it's not a proper hybrid system.
But its biggest benefit is it makes the dual clutch transmission a lot better.
That is very true. And the 7-speed dual clutch, it's been updated, at least with new software, to make it far better. But you'll see that when we take this thing for a drive. You can also drop the rear seats and then you get like 1,200 litres of boot space. It's a lot. You've got a 12-volt socky-wocky here. So it's actually quite a usable space, despite it having a physical battery.
Very nice.
I love you. Let's check out the interior.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, Daddy Jacob.
Oh, bloody thonk a lonk.
That feels so good. Yeah, that's called European quality, Jacob.
Yeah, you better check the quality of those doors.
So let's talk about the interior. Get the bad out of the way. There's a rattle in this one. It's done just under 800 kilometers. There's an annoying rattle that rears its ugly head at about 3,000 RPM. Thankfully, that would be covered under warranty. Okay, design, it's pretty okay? It's pretty It's just black on black on black. I have a suspicion that they put all of their development money into the way that this thing drives, because it does drive really well, and didn't have too much remaining for the interior, because frankly, it is just a little bit boring. Things have been updated though. So you do get a new digital instrument cluster up in front of you. It's just as functional as before, but it just looks better. You can see a bunch of different things, including your new auto stop start time. This one has been auto stop started for 53 minutes and 37 seconds.
That's a lot of bloody fuel savings.
That's actually quite a decent amount of fuel savings.
It's got really cool animations too when you change the drive modes.
Oh, it does. But anyway, that's about it. Up here, you get a USB-C port instead of a 12-volt socky-wocky, which instead has been moved into your center armrest. Good. You also get LED lighting throughout the cabin. Ooh, LED. You get Blue Link, so you can actually connect your car to your phone and you can see where the car is, for example, lock and unlock it. Pretty cool features.
Very cool.
With a little SOS button in case you need to call the police.
Police, this car's too fast.
And you get these new seats, which admittedly are very nice. They've got like an Alcantara-like suede to them. They're leather. You can adjust the driver's side in a bajillion different ways, including adjusting your leg support, which is awesome. Got 4-way lumbar. I will say, I don't love...
What don't you love?
I forgot. I've remembered a couple of things. One is the passenger side. It's completely manual, which does kind of suck at this price point. Kind of worse is, like I said, this car's done 800 kilometers and the leather is already like degrading on...
It's kind of crinkled.
Yeah, on the driver's side. It seems to be a Hyundai thing because it happens in their i30Ns as well. It doesn't seem to affect the car overall, but it's just not great that it's happening in the first place. You also get a Qi wireless charger here, so it's nice and fast and picks up your phone very, very quickly. I should mention there's a USB-A port under this gloss black plastic area as well. So yes, a few things have been updated. It's not the biggest things ever, and that does kind of suck because the screen in front of you here, I've always liked it, but now in almost 2025, in fact, this is a 2025 model, it doesn't get wireless Apple CarPlay, it doesn't get wireless Android Auto, and it's lagging quite a lot.
Yeah, it just hasn't been updated, I don't think.
Just hasn't been updated, so it feels a little bit old. I do love the physical air conditioning controls though. It's just literally perfect. I don't know why we have to go to touch capacitive everything, but this is so good.
Totally agree. And that's a good thing to not update.
100%. I did say that the interior was just, you know, a sea of black plastics, but thankfully a lot of it is nice and soft. Clearly the wipers aren't that great at 800
Very
kilometers.
sensitive.
Yeah. It's nice and soft even here on the doors, and that's good because it soaks up a lot of road noises. And it is quite a quiet cabin when you're on the road. Storage as well is great. So you've got a storage area here. Throw this away. You've got a couple of cup holders. You have a pretty massive glove box. Got a pretty massive door bin there as well. By the way, this center armrest, you can slide it forward, which is cool. And then under it, you have plenty of storage in there as well. So it is a practical space. It's just a little bit uninspiring.
Yeah, that's probably how I would describe it too.
Oh, a couple of other things I do love though. The shifter, just cool.
Straight out of an N.
Straight out of an N. The seats are heated and the steering wheel is heated, but no cooled seats, which again is a little bit weird. Your steering wheel feels really nice to hold in the hands. It's a nice leather unit with paddle shifters there as well. And you have buttons to control everything. You really need to take your hands off the steering wheel. So a very functional interior space. I do like it. It is starting to feel a bit dated though. Other thing, sound system, weirdly not branded,
But it's pretty good.
it's actually pretty good. And here's our settings. I'll put them up on the screen, but this makes it sound, I think, big panoramic sunroof.
That's included with the premium.
It's a premium thing. Again, if you want to learn more about exactly what you get with each grade, head to CarSauce.com. We have our full review out on this now. Jacob, let's check out the back seats.
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Another bloody thonk.
Back seats. Ooh. You don't see that in a lot of competitors. Nice soft touch materials here. Let's talk about back seats. So 5'11", and I have heaps of leg room. Toe room as well is really good. Headroom is decent, actually. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty spacious actually for a hatchback.
Got a couple of air vents here, a couple of new USB-C fast chargers. That's cool. The seats back here are the same really nice material as up front. I love the little red accents in them. Got a pull down center armrest with a couple of cup holders, which is always good to see, and some map netting here.
Pretty basic, but pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that I think they've improved the materials in the back.
Yep, I totally agree. It's simple, it's basic, but it comes with everything you want, and it's comfortable. You know what else is comfortable, Jacob?
Ooh, tell me.
Our car buying service. CarSauce.com/buy. No joke, if you want the best deals and with cars that are actually in stock, you need to check out CarSauce.com/buy. We have a dedicated team of car buyers who are out there to get you the absolute best price on your next new car. We have thousands of dealers who we literally make fight each other to get you the absolute best price, and best of all, because we charge the dealers a fixed fee, we go in the hardest to get you the best prices possible. So if that sounds good to you, and it definitely should, join our many happy customers at CarSauce.com/buy. Jacob,
Let's launch it.
launch it. Alrighty, friend. It's time to launch
Let's bloody launch it.
the i30 inline mild hybrid, 1.5 litre.
Premium.
Lost 100 milliliters. Let's put the traction control to stability. We'll put the car into sport mode. No, because that's manual. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Fist me. Oh,
That was
yes.
a really gentle launch, friend.
It's nice. You know what? It didn't break traction.
Good tires. Come on.
Okay, they claim 8.77 seconds.
Oh! That's actually all right. That is actually okay. You know what?
8.66 seconds.
It's not pretending to be an i30N, except on the interior. That's pretty good.
not as good as before, but still good.
Yeah.
Ish. All right, let's drive it normally.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, Daddy, Jacob.
It's time.
Before we talk about what the hell they've done by removing 100 milliliters from the engine, we're going to put the
They've done a
car
bit.
into sport mode.
Oh.
We're going to floor it.
Okay.
See how we go. Oh.
Yeah, it's got a bit of pickup. Definitely doesn't feel as sprightly as it might have once felt.
I don't know, man. I actually think it feels pretty similar, but on paper, it certainly isn't. So, what's going on?
You've got 117 kilowatts of power. You've got 250 newton meters of torque. So you are losing about 15 newton meters. That part's not really noticeable. I feel the difference is kind of on that low end side. Oh God, please shush. They haven't included the update.
Yeah, so we still have to go into here, vehicle, speed limit is
It's getting a bit tiresome, isn't it?
Oh, I put on the wrong one. I'm not even joking. I put on the wrong one. Vehicle.
Speed limit. Information.
Okay.
That's what we want. We want the visuals, but not the audible.
Arguably the worst update ever. But yes, it's down on power.
So it used to be 150 kilowatts. Now you get 117. So that's the noticeable part, but the torque is very similar.
So torque is very similar now because it is a mild hybrid. It's a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder. That's down from the 1.6 litre 4-cylinder.
You know what's good about losing 100 milliliters of displacement, friend?
It's lighter.
You get more bang for your buck at the bloody fuel pump.
Yeah, you do. Look, this thing is more fuel efficient, but if you're expecting a proper hybrid, don't. It is a mild hybrid, and that means that we are currently getting 7.3 litres per 100 kilometres. Over a mix of driving, if you're on the highway, you're getting about 6.1 litres per 100 kilometres.
Yeah.
Around town, you're getting closer to this.
Yeah, about 7.5.
Yeah.
But the old one, if you remember, was like sometimes around the 9s.
Yeah.
So it's quite a bit better than before.
Yeah, and on paper, it's 50% more fuel efficient. I actually don't mind this engine. It's quite quick. You put your foot down.
Especially in sport mode.
Yeah.
And with the dual clutch transmission, it's actually pretty fun to drive sometimes.
It has a little fart on upshift too. I kind of like it.
It's a baby i30N, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm not going to lie. It does feel very much like a N-line product. It does feel like a little warm hatch. It's got good performance to it, great tyres on it. I can't believe it comes with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. Oh, it does a little fart every time you shift.
It's kind of funny. I love that.
And you know what? It handles really well. One of the benefits of the N-Line is that it does get the multi-link rear suspension versus the torsion beam that you would find on like the i30 sedan or even competitors.
And it is such a nice ride, man. Even on these roads, which are quite bumpy, like it feels so compliant.
It really does. And it's a wet day today, but this thing...
Oh, yeah.
It's actually handling incredibly well. So I think it's got a lot going for it. It's just hard to justify the price.
And that's the thing, man. Like, you can't get into the i30, unfortunately, as cheap as you once could.
No.
So it is a bit of a miss, I think, but...
if you want a Euro hatch... Tickle me.
You better check your Euro privilege. Oh.
Oh,
God.
Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah, you can feel that lack of power, especially going up Saucy Corner here. It's a lot of torque. It kind of pulls you back into your seat, but it slows down definitely once you get up.
Ooh, that cornering grip is impressive in the wet.
It's really good. So it's got a good mix of mechanical...
Oh, God. Probably shouldn't have pushed it through there.
No, I knew I was going to understeer. I just didn't think it would understeer that much. Look, it's really good, but you're starting to encroach on the price of like an outgoing i30N, which right now you can pick up for 50 grand drive away.
Yeah.
If you can get this for like 46 grand drive away, I don't know why you wouldn't just get the i30N.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I mean, that thing just blows this out of the water in performance. So.
100%. Maybe not as nice on the interior for the base model i30N.
Yeah.
But also, you don't really need all of this.
No, I mean, the panoramic sunroof is nice, and the power adjustable seats with the 4-way lumbar support and the heating.
And that's nice as well, the digital instrument cluster, but still,
very high quality.
I feel like I'd rather have the performance of the i30N. The one thing it does do really well is the adaptive cruise control. So if we just press yes here, you can see the steering wheel's on, the lane centering. It's just very good at holding us in the center of the lane, keeping us a safe distance from the car in front of you, and steering itself.
While also not being like overly intrusive and overly doing micro adjustments. So I think it's a good balance.
It's a good balance. All right, let's get into our final thoughts.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, Daddy Jacob, should you buy the new i30 N-Line?
Probably not.
It's not the easiest thing to recommend when its competition frankly just exists. It's just too expensive for what you get. If you want something more fuel efficient, you should just get a Toyota Corolla. It might not have as much practicality in the boot, but in every other way, it's just better value. If you want something a bit more fruity than this, you get its brother, the Kia Sorento GT, which you can get for like 36 grand. And if you want to spend a little bit more, you can get the much better i30N, which is a true performance hot hatch. Not as fuel efficient, sure, but not far off when you're just sitting on a highway anyway.
But to be fair, this does have a pretty nice interior.
It does have a very nice interior. Then you've got like a Volkswagen Golf that also has a nice interior. So I'm just struggling at this price point, 41 grand before on-road costs. On the road, you're gonna be looking at like 46 grand. Look, it's gonna appeal to some people, but not everyone. But let me know what you guys think of the i30 N-Line, the facelifted i30 in Australia. Would you buy one? And of course, if you do want to buy one of these or any other car and you want the absolute best price, which why wouldn't you? Make sure you check out carsauce.com/buy and my team will get you one, no cost to you. Ciao for now.
Bye-bye.